I had a moment like that. I heard when I was 13 years old, I was playing bass in a rock band, still playing saxophone. I was playing alto saxophone, but I was playing bass in a rock band, and I was channel surfing one day, and I heard Fats Waller playing African Ripples on the radio, and that was a very transforming moment in my life, because from that moment on, I was hooked on jazz music. I had never heard it before, I never knew what it was, and it was just a total accident by just surfing the dial on the radio, and I heard Fats Waller playing African Ripples, which is a solo piano piece that just kind of floored me, and I says, wow, what is this music? And that changed my life, that 1 second.
Yeah, it was a moment when I was a young person, a young boy, that I knew that I wanted to be a jazz musician. I would say from the time I was 13 or 14 years old.
Was there anything in particular that sparked your interest?
Well, the music was all around me. My mother and father had music in my home, and it was jazz. That was the music of that day. So once I heard it, and I decided I wanted to play saxophone, my father gave each one of the kids an opportunity to play an instrument of their choice.
Two of them, Kinda Blue, Miles Davis, and Maiden Voyage. Herbie Hancock. Those were my two main albums that set me on the right path.
No, like I was born that way. I always wanted to be a musician as far as I know. And when I was coming up, there weren't that many, like, it was one record like every 6 months or a year. Now there's a record every 5 minutes or something, you know. But like, my thing is like listening to other musicians and trying to be better than I am tomorrow than I am today. And I would like to invite the younger musicians to stay with what they're doing. I mean, have good teachers, study, and don't be in competition with anyone except yourself. Because, like, my goal in life is to play better tomorrow than I did today. Because if you put yourself in competition with everyone else, you'll be in for trouble. Because I don't care who you are, where you are, there's always someone that's a little more enlightened than you are. Always. And maybe not 1, 2, 3, but many. But just try to enlighten yourself. You know, don't, you know, I want to be the top man, you know. You might be for a second, but there's always somebody climbing behind you. Like Satchel Paige, you remember him? Mm-hmm. He said he never looked back because you never know what's gaining on you, you know. So, and practice, practice, practice.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw a concert of Ella Fitzgerald when I was little, and James Moody too. That was mine. That was it.
Was it?
Yeah, and James Moody singing Moody's Moody Love.
I like the same thing.
Mr. Moody, how are you doing? Good to see you. Great.
He's stronger than anybody.
Yeah. Is Lego with you?
No, didn't come.
We're good. I got to tell him the story real quick. We were in the UK, and we were at this hotel, and this driver, this personal driver, was a real egomaniac, kind of a hard case kind of guy, and he wouldn't move his car out of the way. And so he and I got into a tussle, and I was really angry with him. He was really angry. We got into stuff. We thought we were gonna have a good old fashioned, like, you know, hooligan ride. I feel this. I'm ready to, and so I feel this hand on my chest, and I feel it's like pushing me back. I'm thinking it's like Antonio and Mark Grosso. It's Mr. Moody. He's trying to keep me from fighting this guy. I feel this push. It's like a chain has been put on my chest.
You don't great. You know what? You don't get anything like, you know.
I know. You're really angry though.
Because after you would have decked him, you would have said, "I'm sorry, I did that." So I just stopped you from doing that.
Or he would have killed me. He actually kept me from getting killed. That was a fun thing.
No, well, I mean, he was pissed off too. and the thing is, he's such a nice guy.
I really liked it. I really liked it.
It was like your hand was like right there. It was just like it's like I couldn't move forward if I wanted to. It was really, it's amazing person.
That's great.
So whatever her favorite thing was, that's my favorite thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Steak and fries.
Steak and fries. Steak and fries. And years ago I heard of Maynard Ferguson recording as well, but we're not talking about that. Steak and fries and Ella and Moody.
Ella Moody.
not one moment, no. It happened gradually. I got a trumpet. This was still in Brazil when I was a kid, 9 years old. And I asked my father to buy me albums. Every record that I saw that had a trumpet on the cover, I would ask my father to buy it. Consequently, I started to find records by Louis Armstrong, Harry James, people like that. And then I started to, you know, I didn't know that this was jazz, but it was. So that was the beginning.
Yeah, my mom bought me a Verve collection, a compilation CD called Verve Jazz Masters, Volume 15. This is Charlie Parker. So the first track on that was Confirmation. That was it. You know, I went and bought the Omni book the next day and started learning the tunes and the solos. And it's a great collection. I highly recommend it if it's still on print.
Many things, but Love Supreme was one. John Coltrane, Love Supreme. But oh my God, younger than that, Ramsey Lewis, The In Crowd.
Let the angels of your returning, let our love be smooth and sound. When only night comes around, I'll think no more about today.